Hello everyone, I'm Hema Sati Sharma and student. We are discussing the chapter called Reproduction in Plants for class 7. We already have covered asexual reproduction and vegetative propagation in plants. So now we will discuss sexual reproduction. So as I mentioned earlier also that flowers are the reproductive part or reproductive organ of the plant. That means they help the plant in sexual reproduction, and as a result of sexual reproduction flowers produce fruits and seeds. Now these seeds again germinate and give rise to a new plant. In sexual reproduction, as we know, there should be two parents involved. One will be male, other will be female. So as the flower is the reproductive part, the flower will contain either male part or female part, or sometime a flower can contain male part also and female part also. Clear? So male part will develop or it will form male gamete, or female part will produce female gamete. Now though male and female gamete will fuse and they will form zygote. Clear? And the formation of zygote will be called fertilization. So again I am repeating, the flowers are the reproductive part. That means and in sexual reproduction you need a male and you need a female. That means two parents are involved. So since flowers are the reproductive part, so a flower can be male, a flower can be female, or in some cases in a single flower male parts and female parts both are present. Now why these male and female parts are required? Because male part will form male gamete, female part will form female gamete. These gametes will fuse or combine, they will form zygote, and this process is called fertilization. Right? So sexual reproduction is basically formation of new individual by the fusion of male and female gametes. Sexual reproduction therefore can only be happening or carried out in flowering plants. Why? Because flowers are the reproductive organs. So there can be two kind of flowers. One is complete flowers or bisexual flowers. Why they are complete or bisexual? Because they have two sexes. They have male also and female also. Therefore it is bisexual. So it will contain male parts also and female parts also. In the other one is incomplete or unisexual flower. That means it has only single sex. Either it will be male or it will be female. So it will have only male part or only female part. Now we'll discuss about parts of flower. So the main part of flowers are sepals. First is sepal. So what is sepal? So you must have observed a flower, the green leaf-like structure, which is the outermost circle of the flower, which is present just below the colored part of the flower is called sepal. When all the sepals together, we can say it is calyx. So single green leaf-like structure is sepal, and the sepals collectively are called calyx. What is the function of the calyx? Calyx protect the flower when it is in the bud form. So here in this this is the diagram of a flower. You can see that this is sepal, and these two sepals will be collectively called calyx. Now above the sepal you will see these are attractive, some leaf-like structure, colorful. These are called petals, and petals will collectively called corolla. Right? So now this is sepal, this is petal. Now you will see there is main structure. This is called carpel, or this is called pistil. So pistil has stigma, style and ovary, and stigma, style, ovary are collectively called carpel or pistil, and this contains ovary. Ovary has ovule. So this main part is called female part. And now here these structures, small it is called stamen, and stamen has anther and filament. Right? So here we can observe this is the female part and this is the male part. So this flower is a complete flower or bisexual flower. Example is hibiscus or China rose. Now next, petals. So as I showed you petals, these are petals which are the colorful attractive part of the flower. These are colorful and a most attractive part of the flower so that it can attract insects or animals. These lie inside the sepals. All the petals are together referred to as corolla, as I told you earlier also. Now, these petals are scented and attract insects for pollination. So, what is pollination? We'll discuss in later part of the chapter. Next is stamen. So, stamen is male reproductive organ, and these has little stalks with swollen top and lies inside the ring of petals. The stamen is made up of two parts, that is filament and anther. So here we had seen on that picture also, I was showing you the parts of flower. So this is filament, and filament has some swollen top. These anther have the pollens. So here you can see this is stamen, this is anther, and this is filament. This anther has pollen sacs, and pollen sacs have pollen grains, which has male gametes. Now, the stalk of stamen is called filament and the swollen top is called anther. Anther contains pollen grain, as I told you. These pollen grain have male gametes in it. When the pollen grains are exposed, when the anther ripens and splits. So, if you touch some flower, your hands will become yellow. So, that yellow powder, which is sticky in nature, are basically pollens. Flowers have usually more than one stamen in it. Now next is pistil. So pistil, as I showed you, is the female reproductive part that lies in the center of the flower. Now it is a flower-shaped structure which is made up of three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. So here you can see this is the, if you see that picture, refer to that picture in which the flowers were shown. This was the main center of the flower. This is stigma, which will receive the pollen grain. This is style, and this is ovary, and inside ovary ovules are there. Now these ovules will contain female gametes. So you see male gametes are inside the pollen grain and female gametes are inside the ovule. Now the top part of the pistil is called stigma, and as I told you, it receives the pollen grains from the anther during pollination. Pollination we'll discuss in the later part. The middle part is called style, and that connects stigma to the ovary, and then the bottom part, which is swollen, is called ovary, and ovary has ovules, and ovules has female sex cells or female gametes which contain egg cell. So this you can see. These are the reproductive parts. It is the female gamete of the flower. Pistil is also called carpel. And pistil is surrounded by several stamens. The base of the flower, on which all the part of the flower are attached, is called receptacle. Now in our next lecture, we'll be discussing about types of flowers. Thank you.